This segment of Delmarva Life is sponsored by Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
What's cooking, Delmarva? My name is James McDonald, and this guy right next to me, you know him, you love him, you've seen him on What's Cooking Delmarva, you've seen him in the Delmarva Life kitchen making these incredible recipes that make our mouths water in the Delmarva Life kitchen. I can't imagine what it's like at home. And we're about to turn the tables today because you've been to all these restaurants, but we've never gotten to highlight your restaurant, Benvenuto here in Milford.
Yes, and it's funny because I hear it all the time out on the street, you know, hey, you know, we watch all the stuff you do with other restaurants because it's important to highlight as many restaurants as possible. Delmarva, you know, just has some of the most amazing chefs, amazing cuisine, you know, but everyone always says, when are we going to see you?
Yeah.
You know, so look, here we are today.
Here we are.
Excited.
We made it happen, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And you told me off camera, you said we can't go to Benvenuto without paying a visit to Sam, right?
Yes, Sam, our mixologist. I mean, she makes some amazing cocktails, and she's just a huge part of what we do here at Benvenuto. Some of the clubs that she started are absolutely amazing. So I think we should go inside and really see what's cooking.
Yeah, let's see what's cooking at Benvenuto, right?
So check it out. We are now in the village of Bulgari, all right? And this is where all of our beverage magic happens. So I'm going to take you over to introduce you to our mixologist. Her name is Sam.
Sam, okay.
And she is awesome. Wait till you try some of her stuff.
Oh, all right. We can't wait.
Yes. Don't mind if I do.
All right, so you guys are actually more than just cocktails, right? You have some other events as well?
We do. So we carry two different clubs. We carry our wine club, which is every Thursday at 6, and then we also carry a bourbon spirit club that is the first and third Wednesday of the month at 6 as well.
Oh my gosh, and what's the reception been like for those events?
Wine Club is exceptional. It is a big hit every week. We always have large events for them as well. We got an upcoming one as well called our Barolo Dinner with a special guest from Italy himself presenting his wines. We do something like that every once a year. So it's definitely a really big showcase that we do have going on. And then we also have for our Bourbon Spirit Club, it's a little bit of a smaller secluded crowd, but it's definitely something worth trying. Definitely you get to experiment and experience different spirits throughout that you don't think you'll be able to try or even think of, to where we even have a tequila dinner coming up featuring Código tequila, which is really nice.
And not only the experience to try these different cocktails, but also seeing how they're made, right?
Absolutely.
Can you show us that?
Absolutely. So this is one of our signature cocktails. It is called our Monte Carlo Margarita.
Okay.
So I already got our glass set up a little bit with our black lava salt that is on half of a rim, so that way the other half you don't even have to use the salt if you don't like the salt. So we're going to start off with an egg, but we're only going to use the egg white. The egg actually takes out the acidity into the drink and helps give it a nice little froth texture and a nice little froth on top. So we're going to put in some agave. Of course, we got the lime juice, fresh squeezed lime juice.
I hope he's got somebody to drive him home, right?
We got a 100-year Grand Marnier that we use. So this right here on its own, it's about a $64 shot. So it's really, really nice stuff. So we got a little bit of that in there going for you. Got some real amaretto. And then we got Don Julio 1942 tequila.
Nothing but the best, right, Sam?
Nothing but the best. One of my favorites, for sure. Okay, and then we're going to take a metal coil to help give it that frothiness for the egg. And you're going to want to hear that coil go back and forth on each end of the shaker. That way you know that it's really getting in there. And then we add the ice.
I was going to forget about the ice, right?
All right. I don't know if you can get a good look on that, but you can already see that nice froth already from that egg.
Wow.
It's perfect. And then we're going to just strain in just like that. a lime wedge.
Oh, you can't forget about the lime. Yeah, wow.
And then we got a beautiful orchid to go right on with this as well.
That's awesome.
All
Oh
right.
my goodness.
And there you are. That is our Monte Carlo margarita.
Look at
That's
that.
awesome, does it?
Should we try it, Zeus?
I think you have to try
I guess
it.
there's only one way to find out, right? That is delicious. And you're right. You can't even taste the egg in it.
You don't, it just gives it that nice little creamy texture, nice froth. I always tell people, if you didn't know there was egg in it, you wouldn't even know.
Sam, where does some of the inspiration for these cocktails, where do they come about?
So this one in particular is actually one of Brian Van Flanderen's, one of his specialty cocktails. So him and I, we actually pair up and we actually create our specialty cocktail menu. And this is one of his personal creations.
Are a lot of these exclusive to Benvenuto, or are a lot of these cocktails that you can't get anywhere else?
Correct, yep. All of Brian Van Flanderen's cocktails are just here at Benvenuto.
And how about this one? Is this exclusive to Benvenuto?
It is, yes.
All right, so if you want to try this, you have to come to Benvenuto. There's no other way, right? Just to experience this.
Yep, gotta come to have it.
You gotta come, you gotta come. You're watching Delmarva Life, and we'll be right back.
This segment of Delmarva Life is sponsored by Benvenuto Restaurant in Milford.
Man, Zeus, this has been a lot of fun. What is this right here?
So what we have here is Caccia al Piano, and they are more of a boutique, if you want to call it that, vineyard and winery. So it's a producer out of that region, and it's one of the wines that we carry here. All right, and we are one of the only restaurants in the area that carry this particular wine. It was one that our owners Lisa and Pancho were very fond of, during their travels, through the region, and it's nice to have it here. I taste it; it's really good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but we've won a Wine Spectator Award 3 years in a row.
No. What does that entail?
You know what? There's a lot of different things that go into that, but I know it's a lot of wine, right? And we hit all, we check all those boxes. But we just recently applied for the 2025 Wine Spectator Award, which I believe you have to have over 350.
Oh my goodness.
I think we're there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, we'll have to keep our audience updated on you.
Yes.
Whether you guys get that. I'm sure you will.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit more about this decor. This is a lot of personal stuff to the owners here.
There is. I mean, and even if you look up here, so it's Via del Siepi, and I don't know how to say it in Italian, but it's 16 was Lisa's parents' address, and this was the street that they lived on. So if we kind of, turn around and look at, this hallway here, this is where our restrooms are. This is, for the bar back here, a porter entrance to the back of the bar, which is really nice. So you're sort of, transported to the street that her parents lived on, Everywhere you look, there's something. You're like, oh wow, I never noticed that before. Even for myself, who's been here since day one. There's always, oh, I forgot about that, or but yeah, just a lot of attention to detail. But again, we are very approachable. It's not, something where anyone that comes in here feels like it's, we're maybe a little over pretentious or stuffy, I mean, I only put this on when I'm on camera.
Hey, me too, Zeus, And that's the kind of atmosphere and that's the kind of vibe that you want for customers, right? You don't want it to be super fancy. And what does Benvenuto stand for? It means welcome, right?
It means welcome in Italian, yes. And that's one of the things that's been, very near and dear, to both Lisa and Pancho and myself. We want to make sure that everybody that comes here feels welcome, And so you'll see different, cities and villages represented throughout the restaurant, which brings us to one of my favorite, and this is Lucca,
Lucca. What makes you your favorite?
I mean, obviously because this is where the kitchen is, right? So, I mean, even though the kitchen runs pretty much, the length of 2 of the dining areas here, it's where it's open. So we get to see a lot of our guests here. A lot of folks actually request to sit in Lucca for the simple fact that they can sort of see the food all being prepared. They can kind of, you know, wave to some of the cooks, talk to myself, and it's easy for me to just look out, hey, you know, there's James over there. You go bring him a little, you know, a little something extra. So that's what it is. And then this is a really cool feature as well.
Yeah,
So,
oh my goodness.
So everyone asks about this, you know, hey, what are these? I mean, can we roast marshmallows on here?
I was going to ask you that, but you beat me to it, Zeus.
Yeah. So this is our Benvenuto marshmallow roaster. and,
Exclusive to Benvenuto, just like the wines, right?
It is. Again, we talked earlier about the attention to detail. This is the attention to detail.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So a really cool part of this dining room because, you know, also in Luke, I mean, there's a lot of open flame cooking, and we just kind of wanted to bring a little bit of that element to the dining space itself.
Sure.
You know? So it's a very unique dining room. It's, again, it's probably my favorite. All right, so you've seen Bulgari.
Yes.
You've seen Firenze.
We have.
You've seen Lucca.
We've seen Lucca.
And now I'm going to show you the city of Livorno.
The city of Livorno. All right.
Wait till you see this space.
Let's see this, Zeus. I can't wait. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful, Zeus.
Yes, thank you. So this is the city of Livorno.
The city of Livorno. This is where Lisa's parents are from, right?
This is where Lisa's parents lived, you know, and it's a lot more elegant, it's more elevated. It's just a beautiful space. I mean, even over here, look at this beautiful mural. That was painted by one of our local artists, but it was painted from a picture, a postcard that Lisa and Pancho's son Colby took while they were out.
So that's from an actual picture in Italy?
Yes, that he took, and our artist just kind of taped it up on the wall and just freehanded, and it came out beautiful. But just the ceiling fans, the accents, the flatware.
And you got this baby grand piano back here?
Grand piano, so we have, you know, live piano music going back here. We have a beautiful fireplace. It's just a really, really cool, you know, dining space. You know, and it's something that, you know, a lot of our guests were sort of looking for. So again, we want to deliver. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this is the city of Livorno.
The city of Livorno. Zeus, this is amazing. And
it is.
For people who want to come, how do they do that? Do they need to make a reservation?
Yes, definitely make a reservation. Now, another thing I didn't mention is that, you know, we offer this space to anyone. If you want to come in, you want to do a baby shower, a bridal shower, a wedding, a 50th birthday, anything you want, we literally will donate the room. You know, so there's no room costs, you know, no room fees or anything like that.
Yeah.
We give you the room, it's yours, just reserve it, and obviously order from one of our menus. If you want to do the finer dining menu, you can certainly do that. Hey, if you want to order off our regular menu that's running for, you know, for that time of the year, you can certainly do that as well. But it's just definitely more elevated back here. It's just a really cool room.
Yeah, you know? And the room charge is a huge thing. I know some people in my family that are planning weddings and they're looking at all these different venues, and I think that's what's holding them back sometimes is this large room charge. So the fact that you have that, you know, of course.
We've never charged.
Yeah.
Never charged for a room. So again, just come in and it's yours.
All right. And just like the name says, everybody's welcome, right? Everyone can cook and everyone is welcome, right? Zeus, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to send it to you guys back in the studio.
You are transported to Italy.
You are.
It's the food, it's the atmosphere.
I was going to say, the food like almost took a back seat there, which of course it doesn't. It's really delicious, but yeah. What an experience.
It is. Got to go back.